What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, there are 53 hidden powers alive inside your body, quietly vibrating, waiting for you to notice them? What if I told you that within the next 24 hours, they could begin to awaken one after the other, each one unlocking a part of you that you've never experienced before? These aren't just ideas or wishes. They are real abilities written into your very being long before you were born, but buried under the weight of noise, distraction, and forgetfulness. For most people, they stay locked away for a lifetime. But you are here now, and that changes everything. This is not a theory or a nice story meant to inspire you for a moment. This is an ancient process, kept hidden for centuries, guarded by those who knew its power and feared what would happen if it fell into unprepared hands. The ancient master Thoth spoke of it in whispers, warning of the day when the sacred name would return to human memory. He knew that once remembered, reality itself would shift for the one who carried it. When that name is recalled, everything around you begins to change. What once felt fixed and heavy starts to move. What seemed impossible quietly begins to form. I will reveal that name to you, but not yet. Before you can receive it, you must be guided through a sacred process where each step opens a new doorway inside you. Behind each doorway is a gift that has been sleeping for years, waiting for this exact moment to awaken. If you think you've seen manifestation techniques before, you haven't seen this. This is not about speaking affirmations, creating vision boards, or trying to control reality through force. This is about letting your soul wake up fully and command your reality without effort. So take a slow, deep breath right now. Let it fill you. Let it leave you. The first power begins to awaken now. Release what is false within you, and truth will reveal itself naturally. Only what is alike can recognize what is alike. The sacred name is not something you learn. It is something you remember, like a voice calling from before you were born. It comes not as information, but as recognition, as if it has been echoing through your soul for lifetimes. That name is Samyama. It is not just a sound. It is a vibration that moves through your body differently from any other word. It touches a part of you that has never been touched before. It is an ancient code, a forgotten ritual, a practice so deep and powerful it was hidden for centuries, so you would never dare to access it prematurely. You will not find it in self-help books or see it in store windows. It was kept hidden because it is dangerous to those who profit from people staying asleep. Samyama cannot be taught like a skill. It must be activated from within. The ones who knew it in the past were initiates, men and women who traveled quietly through unseen layers of reality. They understood what the world has tried to make you forget, that pure attention can break the limits of matter. Samyama is not meditation. It is not sitting still and trying to empty your mind. It is fusion, the moment when your presence becomes so pure and focused that reality itself begins to reshape around it. You place your attention on one point, hold it, and pass through it. Thoth wrote that pure attention is the sword that cuts the veils between worlds. When you focus like this, you open inner portals. This is not poetic metaphor. This is spiritual technology, precise vibrational science. Hermes Trismegistus described it as the spirit returning to its original source, seeing not with the eyes, which only detect matter, but with the spirit, which perceives essence. Samyama is the moment perception becomes unity. In alchemy, It was called the fixation of Mercury, making thought steady and unbreakable. When you master your attention, you master the mental fire that moves the stars. Samyama unfolds in 3 stages. You will learn them all, but we begin now with the first. You do not need silence, robes, or mantras. All you need is an object to focus on. A candle, a flower, a symbol, your breath, even pain or fear. The object is only a mirror. What matters is what happens inside you as you observe it. Fix your gaze on it. Do not look away. Do not think about it. Just be with it. Hold that focus. Hold it longer. Something begins to shift. You might feel warmth in your body. Time might seem to slow. You might feel as if you are not just looking at the object, but becoming it. If you feel this, you have entered the first contact with invisible reality. Inside and outside begin to merge. You are no longer observing. You are the candle, the breath, the flame. In that moment, separation dissolves. The world around you hasn't changed, but your perception has. It is as if a thin veil has been lifted. Reality feels softer. Your body feels lighter. You are awake. There are no explosions, no visions, only a deep clarity that fills you completely. Something has been activated. You might feel a shiver at the back of your neck, a vibration up your spine, or gentle pressure between your eyebrows. These are signs that your vibration is expanding. The sense of me and not me begins to fade. Forgotten codes start to awaken. This is not imagination. This is the deepest reality. Thoth called it union with the original matrix of creation, a place where there is no observer and no observed, only vibration and living consciousness. Your first gifts appear. You sense the energy of people, places, and events instantly. You know when emotions are yours or someone else's. You notice the space between thought and action, and in that space you gain freedom. You begin to read meaning in gestures, silences, and looks. You feel the living presence of objects, stones, plants, crystals, and they begin to respond to you, creating impossible synchronicities. This is only the beginning. Beyond this stage lies the void, a place without form, color, or sound. It cannot be reached by effort, only by releasing all effort. In the void, the soul takes over. You are not breathing anymore. You are breath itself. Here, miracles happen naturally. Blocks dissolve. Hidden truths rise. Your cells respond to your awareness. Pain disappears without you trying. You feel others as yourself without losing balance. You sense events before they happen. You receive knowledge without asking. Sounds from beyond the physical appear. Your body becomes a compass you can trust completely. Coincidences turn into perfect timing. You see where someone's hidden pain is without them saying a word. And you know why you are here, not as an idea, but as a living presence in your very being. And even with all this, you are still only at the beginning of your awakening. You may feel, perhaps more strongly now than ever before, that there is something inside you no one else can bring into this world. It is not a passing feeling or a nice thought. It is a knowing, a quiet but powerful certainty that there is a unique expression, a singular vibration that can only move through you. And when you feel this, truly feel it, everything in your perception begins to shift. You start to sense that your life has always been pointing towards something, that there has been a thread weaving through every experience, every joy, every loss, leading you back to this moment. The abilities that begin to rise in you now are not learned from books or borrowed from teachers. They are not tools given to you by the world. They are not achievements you can measure or compare. They are awakenings. They are natural powers that begin to surface when your spirit returns to its original source, the place you came from before you were shaped by this life. Ancient wisdom keepers, such as Thoth, spoke of this source as the sea of silent infinity. Imagine a boundless ocean with no waves, no form, no borders, yet filled with the raw potential to create anything. This is the womb of beginnings. It is where all form is born, yet it is formless. It is pure awareness, untouched by time. In Hermetic teachings, this return to the source is called kenosis, the merging with the One. It is the moment when the spirit is no longer separate from the whole, when it dissolves back into its original essence. In this place there is no you and me, no history, no future, no ego or identity. There is only stillness, and this stillness is alive. It is not empty, it is full, and it is here that all miracles have their origin. Something in you has felt this place before, and now, in this moment of your life, you may feel a stirring inside, an ancient fire that can no longer be ignored. It may feel like a deep truth rising from the depths, a truth you cannot reason away or bury under distractions. This fire begins in your solar plexus, the center of your will and personal power, just above your navel. This is not a random point in your body. It is the storehouse of your life force. It is where your confidence lives, where your courage breathes. But it has also been the place where fear settled, where shame hid quietly, where guilt built walls over years and years of living. When this fire touches the solar plexus, it's as if a light shines into the deepest corners of yourself. Suddenly, there is nowhere left to hide. You begin to remember pains you thought you had long forgotten, not to relive them, but to burn them away. This fire does not hurt you. It frees you. It burns away only what is false, the masks you wore to be accepted, the roles you played to feel safe, the weight of expectations that were never truly yours. It does not destroy the real you. It reveals the real you. And once it begins, there is no going back. In this slow and powerful process, something shifts in how you live. Without trying, you stop absorbing every emotion and energy that others send toward you. It is not because you are numb. You still feel deeply, but you are no longer contaminated by what is not yours. Your energy field begins to act like a living shield, protecting you naturally, even before your mind understands what is happening. Cycles that once seemed impossible to escape, the toxic relationships, the repeating disappointments, the patterns of self-sabotage, begin to fade. The old scripts that kept them alive have been burned away. You start to access a hidden memory in your own body, flashes, sensations, images you had locked away without knowing. These memories are not always from this life alone. They can carry the wisdom and the wounds of many lifetimes. And as they rise, you finally understand their meaning and can release them. The fire also rises through your family line, burning through the pain that was passed down to you through blood. Guilt, Fear, unspoken grief, and unhealed wounds inherited from parents, grandparents, and beyond begin to dissolve. You realize some of what you've carried was never yours to bear. Then, something extraordinary happens. You feel the center of your body come alive with a golden, glowing warmth. It is not a fever. It is a living light. You begin to feel rooted in yourself, present in a way you may never have felt before. Fear starts melting away. Shame transforms into self-respect. You begin to truly inhabit your own body. The thoughts that once limited you, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve that, that's not for me, start to collapse. They lose all meaning, as if they were written in dust and the wind has finally swept them away. You find yourself entering heavy, even hostile environments and remaining untouched. Not only are you not affected by them, you begin to change them. Your presence shifts the energy around you without effort. This awakening of your solar plexus is what Thoth called the inner sun. He taught that only those who have purifying this fire can truly see reality without being consumed by it. In alchemy, this is the stage called citrinitis, when the darkness begins to turn to gold. It marks the turning point when the journey stops being about tearing things down and starts being about revealing what was always there. As this light grows inside you, your vision changes. Not your eyesight, but the way you perceive the world. It is as if a thin veil has been pulled away from everything. The physical world looks the same, but you sense something deeper beneath it, a hidden layer of truth. This happens because the fire rises from your solar plexus to the point between your eyebrows, the third eye, the Ajna. This is where the spirit begins to decode what has been hidden in plain sight. You begin to see the energy fields around people, like clouds or lights that move and change. You sense someone's true intention before they speak a word. You can tell when there is a lie, not because of what is said, but because of the vibration behind it. You begin to glimpse your own deeper story, seeing patterns and cycles that stretch far beyond your childhood into other lives. Time begins to lose its grip. The past feels lighter. The future loses its pull, and you begin to live fully in the present moment. You may even recall a moment before this life, when you chose to forget everything in order to be here. In this state, you begin to hear something that is not a sound, but a vibration inside you. It resonates in your chest. You recognize it even if you cannot explain it. This is your soul's true name, not the name you were given at birth, but the one you chose before your first life. When you meditate on this name with deep focus, something powerful happens. You feel a physical certainty of your life's purpose. You begin to sense invisible forces aligning with you, opening paths in ways that feel effortless. Your intentions shape reality more quickly and cleanly. You start to know truth instantly, without debate. Your voice changes, carrying a vibration that can awaken and heal others. Your body begins to heal and strengthen itself naturally, as if an ancient technology in your cells has been switched on. From here, you step into what can only be called origin consciousness. You remember yourself as you were before time existed, before your body, before even your individuality. You no longer chase reality or fight against it. It begins to respond to you. Your presence shapes the space around you. Rooms feel calmer, people feel safer, and tensions dissolve in your company. Emotions that once overwhelmed you become tools you can transform into clarity, compassion, or strength. Obstacles fade, The improbable happens, not through force, but as the natural consequence of your vibration. In alchemy, this is called the fixation of gold, the point where your elevated state is no longer temporary. You don't rise into it and then fall out. You become it. And when this state is fixed, the rarest powers of all begin to awaken. You remember walking in other worlds and times. You feel yourself united with the whole of creation. You let go of the pain and the need to prove yourself that came from your ancestral line. You manifest through your very presence, without needing to speak. People feel something profound in your gaze, as if your eyes carry an ancient code. You sense movements in the collective, shifts in the emotional climate of humanity, even before they reach the surface. If these words stir something in you, it is because you already know them. You are not learning something new here. You are remembering what has always been yours. Awakening is not the gaining of power. It is the return to yourself. And once you awaken, even for a moment, you can never fully go back to sleep.